We spoke just before the 6 o'clock news to the Prime Minister, who has had an aerial survey of the area most damaged by the earthquake. He has a sense that the bill will run into the billions. His first figure was $2 billion, possibly more than that, and so much work to be done. Perhaps the area hardest hit is Kaikoura because it is such a bustling little tourist town. Tourism is such an employer there, with the whale watching, the crayfish, the beautiful scenery. But in order for the tourists to be an employer, they've got to get there, and the town is simply cut off. And the scale of the damage to State Highway 1 all along that coastline is really, really big. Let's go to Phil Pennington, who was at Kaikoura. Phil, we talked before about the damage that you have seen. I guess the question is now, is anyone taking stock about how long it will take to repair the damage and get that road up and running again?
Yes, well, good evening, John. I think they will be. I think what we have here is we have relief that the toll was low, that the injury toll was low. We have resilience. We're seeing that up in Mount Lyford Lodge, where we talked to the owner, Jenny. She said she will stay, she will make that place work, even though while we were there was a huge aftershock that was very scary, followed by a loud bang. I think we are going to see trepidation about what this means economically for this town some way down the track. We were along at the aerodrome where the helicopter landed us earlier today. The whale watch centre there was empty. The plate glass was broken and there was no one around. 2 tourists bewildered in the parking lot. The town itself, we are down on the beach, still very different from last night, I think. But the town is quite odd because you've got hundreds of people, possibly thousands, up on Hospital Park outside the medical centre, mostly tourists. You've got camper vans, you've got cars parked all over the park, and of course the authorities are letting them do that for now. But down, if you could just drop down the back of that hill, you come to the main road, and when I was down there, there was basically no one there. A group of young people, there are boarded up shops, there is some emergency tape, there is some plywood and windows. I didn't see a lot of structural damage, but a group of teenagers were able to drive simply up the wrong side of the main road and park as they were looking into the broken pub there. So that main road deserted, whereas up on the high ground, where there are no shops, there's a medical centre, a lot of people, but a lot of them are bewildered tourists. And I think this town is still in that phase of, we need to look after these people, we need to look after each other, and they won't be counting the cost until sometime down the track.
Phil Pennington live from Kaikoura, and if you were listening to the radio after the earthquake happened and at about 1 or 2 in the morning, you think you heard Phil Pennington in central Wellington reporting from Featherston Street, the damage there. You're right, Phil has been going for about 18 hours now and doing an extraordinary job.